1, 2, 3. Cocks don't poppy, oh, poppycock, cocks do poppy by 4. And that's why all the folks on poppycock keep poppycocks in a jar. But once I met a girl on poppycock back in the poppycock hills. They won't let me back on poppycock, reckon they never will. Well, poppycock, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old poppycock, poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. The earth don't spin at all on poppycock, flatter than a hot roadkill. And beer don't stick to balls on poppycock, reckon it never will. Once I met two folks on poppycock, one bald, the other likes cats. She wild as a rosy, quicker than a satellite, no poppycock about that. Well, poppycock, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old poppycock, poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. Take a Trey. To flock on poppycock, ain't no poppycock pins. You might just find yourself on poppycock, waking with a poppycock kin. And poppycock, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old poppycock, poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. Why so freaking early? Poppycock, you and me.
I miss my friends. This is so you're not dreaming, and you're not. It's not Tuesday. It's not Thursday. It's not even like an alternate universe. It's actually just.
It's Hump Day.
I love Hump Day. I love a good Hump Day. Hi, Karen. How are you? I missed my friends.
I totally get it.
I'm like, yeah. So I'm taking a break. I promise. I'm doing what I said I was going to do because it's good. It's good for everybody. I promise. It's good for everybody. Take a break. Breathe deeply. Smell the poppycock. Oh God, the smell of poppycock in the morning. I love it. It smells like bullshit.
Is it a smell or is it more of like a stench?
It's a stench. It's a stench. It's what the fuck. Oh, I'm after you. What's going on? So, we had a great question in the chat earlier. Like, hey, how can you like just keep laughing through this, or is that a learned behavior? I got to tell you, for me, it always has been something that I sort of did intentionally. I always have been looking at things and going, hey, I'm going to find a joke in that somewhere. Because, truth, pain, comedy, they're like neighbors. They hang out. They barbecue together. Their kids go to school together. They carpool. I mean, that's the way it is with a good joke is based in the fact that it's true, right? And it's go in there. So we got that going, which is nice. Are you recovered well from the solar return?
I think I am recovered from solar return finally. Yes.
Great. This is a perfect time then to hit you up and say, just blindside you and say, let's do one of Pacific Northwest. Let's do a Flatober West under the banner of, Flat Earth festivals. And we'll get that going. So hit me up. We'll talk, and we'll do that soon enough. So
Yeah, that'd be
sorry,
great.
sorry, you're not done yet. No rest for the
No,
wicked, and the saints don't need
that's
it.
okay. That's why I'm here. I don't want to be done. I'm never gonna stop.
Yeah,
Never gonna stop.
perfect. No, I'm so delighted that you did you can have the foresight to see that there was a possibility to do more than just one of these, but to do them all over. I'm a big fan of it, and I think that being able to try to spread this news far and wide, it's been so meaningful. Well, certainly, again, I feel like again, I'm the newbie here, just a couple of events in, but having experienced just those was paradigm altering. You're like, whoa. This is awesome. Unlike anything that I have experienced. I mean, in the category of, I guess, if you want to say like a, it's like a evangelical camp meeting, tent meeting sort of revival. Hallelujah! Woo! No, it's good stuff. Good stuff. But certainly, again, what I see is it's so meaningful for people to be able to get in the proximity of others. I mean, even the place, even like this, right? This opportunity for people to get together online, just a virtual space where we can come together with other like-minded people and engage in the community is so powerful and so meaningful. But to be able to do this in person is just off the charts, and with intent and with anticipation, and with what you did this last time specifically, without without a I don't want to say a framework, but a little bit looser with the specific intention to allow connections to be made. It was just really, I just think, again, super well done. And props to you, my dear.
Why, thank you.
You're certainly welcome.
I just want to make people happy. It makes me happy to make people happy.
Yeah, me too. I dig that. I'm smelling what you're stepping in there. In fact, I saw that you put up a ADSR or ADSM thing the other day, and I got to check that out myself. I'm a big fan of that, so I'm gonna get into some of that.
ASMR?
ASMR, yes. I saw that you put up your own ASMR link. I know
I did,
Mark
and I
Sargent
keep
bugs
getting
you about it. Yeah.
I have a lot of people asking me to do more, and I want to, but here's the thing about ASMR. Like, to do good ASMR, it's really not easy.
I know.
And I don't want to just put out crap. Like, there's so much crap ASMR out there, just chicks with makeup on and big boobs, just like in the mic, like, and you're like, dude, what is that supposed to do for anybody?
Oh dear God. Oh God. I'm just cringing right now.
It is so bad. See, but I have a much higher standard for ASMR than that.
I just have higher standards.
Right,
Generally,
exactly.
just generally higher standards. Oh mercy. Okay, so how long is it? It's like 20 minutes, something like that. Did I see? Do you have a link?
Yeah.
We can drop in the chat there for folks to check it out, because I'm a big fan. A big fan, actually. Well, one of the reasons, in fact, for those who don't know, spent most of my most of my career in physics, but that physics was largely based around audio and sound, working in the entertainment industry, recording, and that sort of stuff. Not only making records, but designing equipment to do the recording. But I actually, early on, one of the things that fascinated me and got me into this from the very outset was psychoacoustics, and that is the physiological response that people have to sound, and it's remarkable. The relationship that humans have to sound is spectacular, remarkable, mind-boggling, and one of the most mysterious of all the senses. Each of our senses is certainly fascinating on its own. Light and sight we would certainly rely on it more than just about any of our other senses. About 80% of our moving around in the world is directed by vision, but sound is an integral part of our life, and we have a very interesting relationship with it,
Hmm.
to be
And
sure.
sound therapy is a real thing, you know?
Absolutely.
And so that's kind of like what I have ideas to want to incorporate, like healing sounds into the ASMR that I want to do, you know, like put healing frequencies in there and use different singing bowls and tuning forks
Oh, you bet.
and stuff like that.
I would love to work on any kind of project with that. And for a minute, I was in Redding, California, for a couple of years. Had a music store and a little recording studio there, and had just gotten started working with somebody doing a similar thing with singing bowls. Didn't have any tuning forks, but had some singing bowls, and we're doing 432 music. And so I was doing some of the background, noodling stuff, and putting this sort of together with doing recording. And that's what I had a recording studio. And we were doing some stuff there. So just getting started with that on healing sort of things. And man, I would love to pick up on that again and do very specific, intentional. Yeah, yeah. maybe with like some art, Watson Atkinson art in there. Some. Yeah, I think that yeah. There's a lot of things I think have been taken from us that we should just take right back and say, no, that doesn't belong to you, fucker. Fuck you, fucking fuckers.
Also, too, I'm still in the middle of my crystal healing course. So I'm going to incorporate that into it too.
Awesome.
Reiki, that sort of thing. But
Reiki.
I'm still learning. Once I get all of my stuff together, I'll start making cool stuff with it. But I have to get the knowledge and all that stuff under my belt. I just want to make sure I do it right.
Okay, so I want to do the tuning fork thing real bad, for many reasons actually. So in you've been doing it for what, about 2.5 months now? Is that right? Something like that.
The tuning forks.
Uh huh.
What do you mean? Well, I mean, I only have the one tuning fork. I have the sonic slider, so I haven't really
Okay.
done very much with the forks yet, but I
Well,
want to
if
get
you're
into
gonna
that.
have
I,
what, if
I
you're gonna have
started with biomagnetism, because I was into magnetism and studying that already. So I went
absolutely.
straight into biomagnetism. And then also because of my relationship with the wonderful Cami, who I love dearly, and she got me off into crystal stuff. So then I went into crystals, and there's a whole thing with that. And then
Yes.
tuning forks was the third thing. It was biomagnetism, crystals, and then tuning forks were the three things that I wanted to learn all about, so that we could somehow, use all three of them in synergy together
And you know what's
to create
remarkable?
healing.
What's remarkable about that? It just hit me like a ton of bricks when you said that. It's like, crystals, tuning forks, and magnets, and all three of them. Right? What's your first normie response to all of those? Oh, isn't that sweet? Oh, you got your little new age little crystal farm going on.
Hmm.
Right? All of the mainstream mindset around all of that is designed to push you away, direct you away from it, and go, oh, that's just silly nonsense. Just stay away from that. Right? Some of the most effective tools that we have.
Hmm.
Right? No, don't go there. Don't look under that rock.
Yeah.
It's always the case, and I've been more and more just of late aware of this. It really struck me the other day about how one of the biggest that they get you is singing. I had a talk with a gal. She was a very old then, Ms. Ingman, and she was in a church that my parents went to in the early 1990s. And she played piano there, and so we kind of hit it off. And in fact, she taught my daughter piano lessons for a couple of years. Anyway, her first husband had been a traveling musician, and this is back in the teens, early 19 teens. 1920s, and she said at that time, being a musician was it was a profession like any other. In fact, like a pharmacist, basically. It was a profession, and made fairly good money, and it was a respectable profession as well. And so at the time, of course, there was no recordings or even radio, right? And so if you wanted music, you sang, you played an instrument. Families, everyone played or say, played an instrument or sang. And they would get together on weekends, the whole town would, at a local church or the community building, whatever, and have a town sing. And someone would play the piano or people would play all the instruments and they would sing popular songs of the day. And so the town would get together, and depending on the size of the town, they would take up a collection of money, and they would hire a traveling band to come in and have a dance, right, on a weekend. And so if it was a fairly, small town, you'd have a couple a year. Larger towns could have one, every other month. Of course, if you're in a big city, they had them all the time. Anyway, get back to this idea that traveling musicians, so that was their job. They would travel and they would go play, perform, and do these things, do these dances. But this was all, again, before radio or recorded music. And once recorded music came around, late 1920s, so recording music has been around since the 1800s, late 1800s, don't get me wrong here, but it being part of the popular culture, right? Victrolas, that sort of stuff came out in the late 1910s, that sort of thing, 1908 to 1910s. And then in the late 1920s, you start to get radio, that sort of stuff that's become more popularized. Again, the technology was available, but blah, blah, blah. Anyway, by the time you get to the late 1920s, this stuff becomes where you hear the biggest artists, right, being recorded and then played on radio. And so then you don't want to hear the local guy anymore, right? You want to hear the guy on the radio. And what this did was led to a collapse in cultural quality. And that's the whole point of the story, is that what she was bemoaning, and she was telling me this story in probably the mid-1990s, right, was the entire collapse of the cultural ability of people to play music, right? She says, when I was a child, everyone played an instrument to a remarkable level, what we would consider now quite good, not just passable, but quite good. Right, because they played all the time, and of course your skill level improves as you do it, more often. And one of the things that has happened is, of course, that people get ashamed. They get shy about doing it. They don't want to be embarrassed, right? They don't want to be the guy that sucks at it. So, with that having been said, going back to this idea, the story that someone goes over to an African tribe and they want them to sing with them, and they go, he goes, well, I don't sing. And he goes, well, of course you do. And he goes, no, I don't. It's like, well, of course you do. Can you talk? And he's like, well, yes. He goes, if you talk, you can sing. What is wrong with you? Right? If you have a voice, you cannot understand if you the idea that if you can talk, you can sing. That they have repressed our voice. Right, that they have kept us from expressing ourselves not only with beauty, but in a way that I think, as I do more research and get more attuned to the idea of frequency and harmonics and resonance and manifesting your will, this way is that is a key element to it. That singing is intrinsically somehow linked to this. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get on a wild tangent there, but it has become more and more apparent to me, the things that they try to steal to us. And as you were describing those things, I thought, man, isn't that interesting? That crystals and sound therapy and magnet therapy all relegated to the trash bin of like, oh, floofy, it's just weird stuff. When those again are the most, like Oregon, right? Same sort of thing. It's given this perception of being snake oil and quackery, when instead the things that have the, quote, scientific backing are themselves absolutely pseudoscience, snake oil.
And of course, can't be copyrighted or profited upon.
Right.
It's free, it's easy, and anybody can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Same sort of thing with talking about the Rick Simpson oil, which I've been using great success of late. And, it's got that trade-off, of course, as most things do. For everything that you do, there's something else that you cannot do. And for me, it has absolutely done miraculous things, at least this particular batch of RSO. I did try some local stuff I got from the dispensary. It was shite. In fact, it was actually made me worse. But anyway, so this was proffered to me by one of our listeners. I'm very, very grateful for, and had done amazing stuff. But of course, the trade-off is it just makes me high as fuck. Barely function. Like, let me wipe the drool off my chin here. Hi, woo, doggy. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, but I'd noticed that there is such a wide variety in quality, and again, not just something that you could pin on the quality of the herb itself, but again, some of it being really remarkably good, and some of it being again almost harmful. Right? It's like I'm sure intention has a great deal to do with that. If there's some a batch that's being done in a commercial sort of operation in a way that you wouldn't want any part of what they're doing. I'm sure that makes a difference. But yeah. Anyway, let's see. I was hoping that we would have another friend join us this morning. I haven't seen them yet, but you never know.
Never know.
You never know. What life is going to throw at you. I will throw a couple of these things over. However, let me see if I can throw this up just to make it officially sort of a poppycock thing. I really, again, the whole point of me showing up here today was to say, it's not really a poppycock report. It's not really happening. It's not really happening. This is not a poppycock report. It's not a Tuesday. It's not Thursday. I promise. I'm only here because I miss you, and that's it. 100%. I'm only here because I love you guys. There's nothing official here, but we'll make it official. I'll show you a couple of things that are just retarded.
I know the poppycock that stands out to me the most when I think about that is the dead people dropping dead in the streets of India.
Oh, I was gonna mention India. Yes, my wife woke me up this morning. She's like, "What do you know about India?" And I'm like, "Oi, oi." So, what's the craziest one you've heard from there?
I don't know.
From
I just
India,
saw a couple of pictures, and I didn't really look at it too closely because it was just like I can't even believe that that's even being put out there again.
It's over the top. That's
It's ridiculous.
My take as I look at the headlines, it's just over the top now. It is. The whole thing has taken on such a surreal, like, it's just I'm in shock. Basically, I'm almost kind of numb at this point, which is why I think I had to take a little bit of a break. Right? It's just like, no way. I really can't believe we're doing this right now. Are we really doing this? Holy fuck. So remember when a year ago when we said they'd have vaccine passports? You conspiracy theorist. Now let's take a look at how that would work. And anybody who's against it is a damn conspiracy theorist.
No shit.
For fuck's sake. You fucking people, man. Jeebers. Great jibbity jeebers, you people. And your bullshit.
I can't believe there's apps this just blows my mind.
Yeah.
It's like everybody, oh God, everybody's retarded.
Oh, they are. Probably none more so than Jimmy Kimmel. If you want to see hypocrisy knowing no bounds, I used to go with Stephen Colbert, but Jimmy Kimmel really takes the cake in terms of just hypocrisy. Just and who's the other guy?
Yeah, well, he's a big old freaking puppet.
Yeah, they're all a bunch of fucking douchebags, man. Douche canoes. Oh, dear. Here's one I was going to just briefly talk about. I didn't want to open the thing again because I run out of my stuff here. But we have, New York Post reporter who wrote false Kamala Harris story resigns. And I'm pretty sure that story was based in fact, actually. They just called it false because they didn't like its content. And so,
right.
Cancel culture continues.
What would the article say?
I don't even remember, and I don't want to click on it because I only have so many clicks, and I'm not going to play their little game. So with cookies, on it, cookies, biscuits, whatever.
Yep.
All right, so we'll do a quick look for today's Florida man. He reunites with dog. Florida man stuck Cuba. That's quality journalism right there. Stuck Cuba. Arrested, held on warrants, drug charges. Well, let's just talk about the quality of journalism here today with trying to smuggle drugs into jail using prosthetic leg. Going to steal 37,000 stamps. See a hospital gown, hops fence. Arrested more than 40 times, barricaded himself inside a hotel room, prompting a 12-hour standoff. This Florida man was homeless, and he made $10,000 from YouTube. That's unlikely.
Right?
No, he might have gotten $10,000 worth of super chats, but he got like $8.
What?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like if he got $10,000 in super chats, that means they actually gave him like $8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
Like 10 months later.
yeah, exactly. After he's homeless. There's no this shit is just off the charts. Ridiculous.
He bought an Impala.
He bought an Impala. Oh dear. Okay, we have former embezzler trial. Lottery ticket theft. Oh yeah. Former embezzler. Charged with embezzlement. Former embezzler. Former embezzler. It just never ends with their embezzlement stuff. Yeah. Anyway, any topics you guys want to hit on today? Take a look at the chat here. Again, this is not an official poppycock report. You're not really.
Oh yes, Jennifer reminded me tardigrades on the moon. I shared that article the other day.
Yes.
They said that the crashed lunar lander spilled tardigrades on the moon.
I'd heard that back in the day, right? So they did when it first happened. I remembered the story. It's just coming back around. That's just the weird part. This is a recycled story that Israel had in their unsuccessful attempt to lay down the Bereshit. What was that? The Bereshit moonlander.
Yeah, the Bereshit.
The
dumped
bear shit.
Water bears on the moon. Dumped bear shit on the moon.
On the moon, yeah.
Because they call them water bears, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So does a bear shit on the moon now? So does a Jewish bear shit on the moon? Oi!
I mean, and look at these little things. They look like they got little like shithole mouths.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And they're supposed to survive under any circumstances, right? So, about NASA Mars helicopter.
You know what's funny too about tardigrades? Because they always say that they're the toughest animal they can survive in space. Do you know how they say that they procreate?
How do they do it? How do they do it? Tell us.
Oral sex.
Nice.
They had video of like one tardigrade sucking off another tardigrade.
Oh, excellent. They do a little 69 action and just, okay, that's it. Yeah, because the speed limit for sex is 68 miles an hour, because at 69 you both eat it. That's what I heard. Anyway, so we also hear that NASA Mars helicopter brings us into the third dimension. What the fuck? I thought we were already in the third dimension. I love the names for this shit. Ingenuity. Because you have to... Because you got to be a retard to believe this bullshit. What? Most pristine comet ever found may reveal the secrets of an alien star system. Oh, we could just do a ASMR reading of bullshit. Intermediate black holes. Scientists have found the cosmic object's awkward phase. Between stellar and supermassive black holes, there's an evolutionary phase of intermediate black holes.
Is an intermediate black hole like not as strong as an advanced black hole?
Yes, it's an intermediate black. That's after your first year in the prison. For fuck's sake, this is good shit, man. Elon Musk beat Jeff Bezos to the moon. Space is hard. I'd go there in a minute, but we destroyed the technology to do that, and it's a painful process to build it back up again. That shit will never not be funny to me, ever. There's just no way that is never not gonna be funny to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. I don't really. Yeah, space is fake AF. That's for sure. Am I going to be all right? Yes. I think. That's a great question. Am I going to be all right? No. No. Probably not. Probably not. As long as they continue this complete. Oh. Where are the words? It's a travesty. It's a pig fuck is what it is. It's Yes, he is, Don Pettit. Yes, he's petite is the size of his brain. Oh yes, it's petite. It's very small. Oh, yes, he's very tiny. He got like 2 brain cells. Oh, they don't work very good. No, I'm so sorry about this. Jean suis désolé. It's the Rick Simpson oil. I'm sorry. Today's show is brought to you by the letters R, S, and O. Oh dear. Yes. Well. Okay.
How much did you take?
Who cares? Clearly, not enough. What was it? The comedian Gallagher, the guy who used to do the Sledge-O-Matic, right? Smash pumpkins and watermelons.
Yes, I remember Gallagher. Yeah, I used to watch Gallagher.
Yeah, he would say, he would do his thing, his little bit at the end. He'd say, leave you with this: never get high. Or no, he would say, never smoke pot when you're already high, because you don't get any higher, you just get lower on dope. I'm like, you may have a point there. I don't know. There is that point of diminishing return where you're just kind of like, Yeah. All right, Karen, it's been a delight to be with you and see you this morning. And we'll, who knows when we'll be back? I'm sure that Poppycock Report in its official capacity will be back coming at the top of the month, somewhere near there at some point in some iteration. Somewhere, sometime. Because that's how we roll. No, we're going to do it. Again, necessary little break, and I just wanted to come hang out with you guys this morning. Is that so wrong? Is there anything wrong with that? Is that so wrong with you guys?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that? Hey, thanks. I appreciate you hanging out with me like that, because you guys are the freaking best, and I love you guys like that. So forget about it. All right, be good to people around you. If you can't, don't get caught beating the fuck out of them, because it's going to happen like that there. I love you, Karen.
Love you too.
You got any potting woods for these fuck bags?
I think I got Unveiling This Realm tomorrow with Brian, and I believe it's on Brian's channels.
Okay,
Brian's channel tomorrow.
I meant potting woods for the fuck bags. These are potting woods for the peeps. So that's what you.
Oh, the fuck bags.
The fuck bags was I was going to say. You got any potting woods for the fuck bags?
You fuck bags. You could eat a bowl of dick.
Eat a bowl of
manja,
dick.
Manja.
Manja, right? She says. Hey, you're cordially invited to expeditiously consume an entire satchel of Richards. Thank you, and be gone. And off with you. Absconde obisita illegitimo. Get out of here, you fat bastards. And with that, we say, fuck the fucking fuckers. All right. Love you, Karen. Sincerely.
Love you too, and much love to the tribe.
And to all of you guys out there as well. You guys are the bestest ever. And we'll see you soon.
1, 2, 3.
Don't step in it. It doesn't smell very good. I'm telling you, don't step in it. Take care, guys.
Cocks don't poppy, oh, poppycock, cocks do poppy by 4. And that's why all the folks on poppycock keep poppycocks in a jar. But once I met a girl on poppycock back in the poppycock hills, they won't let me back on poppycock, reckon they never will. Well, poppycock, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old poppycock, poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. The earth don't spin at all on poppycock, flatter than a hot roadkill. And beer don't stick to balls on poppycock, reckon it never will. Once I met two folks on poppycock, one bald, the other likes cats. She wild as a rosy, quicker than a satellite, no poppycock about that. Well, poppycock, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old poppycock, poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. Take a Trey. Don't like to block on poppycock, ain't no poppycock pins. You might just find yourself on poppycock, waking with a poppycock can. And poppycock, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old poppycock, poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. Why so freaking early? Poppycock, you and me.